So yesterday I found myself working on my business in a very rushed, hasty, stressed craze. Specifically, I was working on copy for my business, like my Instagram bio and my website copy, and I was so tense and stressed, and I had this feeling that if I don't get it perfectly correct right now, everything's going to fall apart. I basically put my salvation in the external situation of getting my writing perfectly correct. Then everything's going to work out. I'm going to finally be happy. I'm going to get clients. It's all going to be perfect, right? The mistake that I made in my mind is perfectly relevant to today's lesson in A Course in Miracles, which I read every day. And the lesson is as follows: only God's plan for salvation will work. So the mistake that we continually make throughout our day when we're in that really tense state is we think that our salvation is outside of us. It's in some external situation, some external person, something out there. We think for some reason that if that all goes properly and correctly, then we're going to be okay, which puts us in this terrible situation of needing to make sure that thing happens. And that's an impossible place to be. It's not where we want to be because we can't actually control the external world. It's not in our control. Okay, so A Course in Miracles says this really well. The ego's plan for salvation centers around holding grievances. It maintains that if someone else spoke or acted differently, if some external circumstance or event were changed, you would be saved. Thus, the source of salvation is constantly perceived as outside yourself. Right? So that's the ego's plan for salvation. It's always putting our salvation outside of us. As we know, this is completely insane because there's not really such a thing as outside of us. Everything we're looking at is actually the inside of our own mind. We have created this reality that we see. It's all our projection. So truly only God's plan for salvation will work. And what we have to do is realize that the answer is within us. If we get sorted within us, the external is going to follow, but really it's deeper than that. It's like if we get sorted within us, it doesn't matter what the external is because we're sorted within us, and then naturally the external is going to follow anyway. And it's going to start to reflect that internal state of peace, acceptance, and love. So I slipped up yesterday, but today, what I'm trying to do, and I actually shared this affirmation to my free school community, which you're welcome to join. I shared this affirmation: it is totally safe to work in a calm, relaxed, and trusting state of being at all times. Can you believe that? It is totally safe to work in a calm, relaxed, and trusting state of being at all times. Okay, so this morning, I've been working, and every time I feel myself slipping into that, oh, I got to do it right, I got to do it right now, I'm catching myself, so I'm adjusting based on the experience I had yesterday. And it's so much better. It's so much better to glance out the window, to hear the birds chirping, to slowly drink my coffee, to pause and make this TikTok that I want to make. It actually is okay to work like this. And when I hear that affirmation, my ego has something to say about it. My ego wants to say, no, you can't be calm, relaxed, and trusting all the time. Sometimes you got to grind. Sometimes you got to do it really quickly. Sometimes this and that. I don't think so, guys. I think it's totally safe to be calm, trusting, grounded, and do your work in that state of being. Truly, truly. I mean, when I have entire work days or work weeks that are flowing from that relaxed state, they tend to be so much more potent, powerful, effective than when I'm stressed and rushed and then everything's just a mess and totally chaotic. So there's my insight for today based on personal experience. I hope you found this helpful. If you do find you're in that more hasty state of trying to get things done, remember that only God's plan for salvation will work. Your ego is being actually insane right now. So let yourself take a deep breath, calm down, hear the birds chirping, feel the sunshine streaming into the window, connect to that place, and then you can proceed with your work. Lots and lots of love. I hope I'll see you in my Creative Freedom community. Spiritual growth, creative freedom. It's a beautiful space. Come on in, and I'll see you soon. Bye.